Testing. Kirby, yeah, Kirby. Yeah, me, Lukashenko, and S译go way back. Shut up. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna find the Judy video. Uh, Here, I'll just... Wait, where's the new video? I don't see it. Orm. Dude, I feel naked without the music. Alright, there we go. Dun, 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 da, 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 da.
To get there.
Okay. Is there really a new video? I don't see it. Starting soon? No, we're back. Orm arrive. Okay. Okay. I didn't see anything in the Judy video. What the heck is this? Oh, this is just the... Alright. We can click the... We can get rid of that too. Get rid of this one. Is chat showing up? Yeah, chat's showing up. Okay, the only thing that's not showing up is the Fugi. I can do that. Alright. Orm. Okay. I guess I'll just look at this one. Alright, so... I guess this is just...
Hello, YouTube. Hello, also Twitch chat, because you guys are still with me.
Alright, for those who don't watch, who are watching me from Yu-Gi-Oh! This is just TCG Pocket. A game I also play. And I'm actually having a lot of fun with. It's pretty interesting. Actually, it's just simple to grasp. But yeah, collecting cards is really fun too. I like it. I don't know. I'm not trying to sell anyone on it. I've just been having a lot of fun. At least this meta has been very tolerable, I would say. Unless Oricorio. Okay, Oricorio is kind of an evil. To be fair, like I have to either ignore it or main deck and out, and it's just like I'd rather not deal with it. Yo, Pokemon Industry Plant. Yeah, I'm in the Industry Plant. Yo, Matt, the Matarian. Welcome. We are what's it called? Yes. Thank you so much for the raid. What's it called? We got Master 1 with Mathmag. We still have to what's it called? Get Master 1 with Malice, but we're not too far off. This is the one for the deck list. Oh, how are things going? Pretty good. Hold on. Let me pretty good. I hope things are going well with you. Let me see. My bitrate's fine. Okay, I watched a bit of this, so this one is actually pre-watched. This one's actually a bit pre-watched, but yeah, we can look at the new decks. I guess this is more pertinent.
YouTube.
This is more pertinent. No doubt he's gonna talk about Crobat. I'll be chilling, enjoying the content. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it means a lot. Thank you so much. Pre-watch, yeah, this one is actually pre-watch because I don't show TCG Pocket content that often. I mean, if people are interested, you know, I have some people in my audience who play Pocket, but I just feel like that's just something I could watch on my own time. But I don't. This is a new set that just dropped like a day ago, and I'm still acquiring a bunch of cards. We'll see what we what's it called? Okay, we'll see what he cooks up, or what people are cooking up within the first week, and you know, it's interesting to see how things will change. I think last meta, I think most people kind of cooked up everything with Sylveon. Like people realized Sylveon was good, and I think not much changed since then. But I don't know. I don't really follow tournaments that often.
Hello, YouTube. Wisdom of Sea and Sky has just released, and with it, a slew of new cards, mostly from the Johto region. And you might be having all of these cards now. You're like, what do I do? What should I build? And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you guys 10 decks you can use to climb the rank ladder. The rank ladder is going to be out till tomorrow. It might be out when you're watching this video. Maybe you click on this video because you want to figure out a deck to use, and that's what I'm going to be here for. I genuinely think that all of these decks can get you out of Master Ball, Ultra Ball, but which decks will be like truly strong? Gotta remember that this is a day 0 deck list. Some of these decks might not be as good the day after, right, or by the end of the set. But when there are decks that I think are truly strong, I will indicate.
He's kind of wide.
Other than that, hopefully this can give you inspiration for your own deck building. Let's get into this. Here are 10 decks you can use to climb, win Wisdom, and Sea and Sky. Our first deck is going to be the poster, right? Słokyurործ. This deck is going to be running one Magby, one Pichu. Each of them give an electric or fire.
Has
I think that it's just going to be optimal to use both. Using one, you might get energy screw. This is going to be a multi-energy deck. This deck is going to be a fire, water, lightning energy, so that means you do still need to find a way to get that water energy going. I think that 2 babies are good because it allows you to at least do a 1-1-2. I think 2 Ho-Ohs is necessary. 1 Lugia because you do not want to start with Lugia.
He's very animated.
As well.
Stretching TV, yeah, stretching TV.
Chance to get one of those, which is why we're running a Leaf over Lyra, because if they do not take damage, you will never be able to retreat them. Leaf allows you to retreat. And again, babies, why are babies so cool? You can attack. You see that gray energy? That's 0 energy. You can attack turn 1 in Pokemon Pocket, meaning going.
Yeah, this is the only reason why, like, it sucks that they're 30 HP, but like going first is so broken. But they're offset by, you know, giving your opponent a free prize, basically. Though that's not necessarily true. At least in the previous meta, there was not that many Mons that could attack for 30 HP. However, this set did introduce Vampy, which can deal 30 attack, 30 damage. There's a couple others in this set that do that. So they pretty much, you know, like I think this is the main benefit. Having to go, maybe there's other things, but like getting free energy turn 1 with 0 aura. That's like really cool with Pichu. Like you pretty much have a charged 0 aura. They have no weakness and retreat cost, so you really need to deal 30 to just knock them out. But anyway,
first, you can already use a Pichu, you can already use a Magby. Let's talk about some other cards, because this deck does use a lot of new cards. It uses Elemental Switch. Elemental Switch allows you to take a fire, water, or lightning.
0 aura,
but as an item, and attach it. This deck is going to use Red Card and Mars, because Red Card combos with Silver really offensively, and Mars is one of the best late game disruption tools, especially as you do have these babies. You're going to probably have a damaged Ho-Oh in the mid game. You want to be able to get yourself in a situation where you aren't losing on the spot. Lugia is going to be the main finisher, 180, but it discards one of each of the energy required to do the attack. It is important to note that you can actually charge it twice with like a Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh can charge it twice, so kind of important to note. The Giant Cape is just important. It allows the Ho-Oh to live like a Charizard attack. It allows Arceus to live like
the one thing about this list I'm seeing, it doesn't have an out to SłokyurործSłokyurործso you can either respect Słokyurործbut respecting it means you have to play some shit mons that's not EX. Yeah, wait, is there really no out? Yeah, there's no like poison or anything, no Rocky Helmet. Yeah, so I think you just accept it. I mean, this deck is kind of gimmicky.
Dark Red Giratina, same for Lugia, so I think it's really important. It might even allow your baby Pokemon to
Słokyurործmakes it so, like, for those who don't know, EX it's immune to damage from EX monsters. The only attacking monsters here are EX, so these babies don't be attacking.
Attack from like a fighting Pokemon, right? So lots to think about, lots to see. Really cool deck. I think that this is a deck that unfortunately is going to be weaker by the fact that, you know, a baby is 33% of your prize map. So if like a Pichu or Magby goes down,
is it towers?
Your Ho-Oh goes down, you don't get to play your game. However, I think Ho-Oh is a very future-proof card. It is the slowest ramper in the game, energy ramper. However, when they release
the weird thing about Słokyurործit's not in good decks. It's kind of like how Stun auto wins going first, but isn't particularly very good at addressing every matchup. And it's also not super frequent, so you can disrespect it, but it just feels bad to lose to it when you do run into it.
Stuff like maybe even a special energy like double colorless, or a way to get 2 energy on without using like the babies, or if they increase it into 4 prize points, then you can happily use the babies. That is when I see Ho-Oh will be good. Like Ho-Oh will be broken. But for now, I can see this as like a tier 2 deck, maybe tier 3, but it has a lot of really cool utility, PCL, Potion, Giant Cape just for healing. You are playing a lot of these big basics. And then, of course, the Sabrina for defensive and offensive utility. I don't really run Cyrus because Lugia is dealing 180. Nothing is really living 180. So really cool deck. I hope to see more support for Ho-Oh in the future. We have too many sets coming up. Hopefully we get something for Ho-Oh because I think the card's design is so cool. Before we get into more decks, I would like a word from our sponsor, Słokyurործ. The new Pokemon Pocket Update has finally brought us a slew of quality of life changes and with it a wish list on your profile. But with no way of communicating in-game, this feature is still lacking the oomph it needs. Introducing Słokyurործ, your one-stop shop for trading and enhancing your Pokemon Pocket experience. Looking for a card or trying to dump bulk? It's as easy as searching and match with players from around the world, either with the card you're looking for or players looking for the card you have abundance of. When you find what you are wanting, you can reach out and you are able to chat with them, exchanging friend codes and everything you would need to facilitate the trade. I was even able to list my inventory through simple screenshots, which is a super cool feature, among other amazing features like a card maker, a luck calculator, a deck builder, and they even have a tier list using limitless tournament results. They are currently celebrating a 2 million trades completed, where 10 lucky winners, 5 from their X and 5 from their Instagram, are given a free premium pass. So what are you waiting for? Come join me and many other Pocket players over at Słokyurործ. The link will be in the comment and description below. Once again, thank you Słokyurործfor sponsoring today's video. You guys were super accommodating and easy to work with, and I'm looking forward to using this app a lot more. I'm just gonna outright say it.
I mean, for an ad, that actually seems just like a useful feature that makes up for the lack. I ain't uploading shit on that. Bruh. Are you still starting your Pokemon? Now, how did you come up with that?
Dark deck's got the most insane buff. Crobat EX is probably the single best Pokemon to come out of this, so I have two different routes to consider when playing Crobat EX. I think it is the tier 1 deck to come out of this set, hands down. So let me talk about it. Crobat EX is a 1 energy stage 2 that deals 70, and that 70 is a guaranteed poison. This entire Zubat Crobat line now has a guaranteed poison in their attacks, and this first version is going to be Crobat Sylveon, right? Sylveon Slop is still good. In fact, Sylveon got a buff with the new
Sylveon
finds a friend, so you're guaranteed to search a Pokemon, more likely to hit that Sylveon, and then Sylveon is going to draw that rare candy for you. So really strong deck. If the rare candy win condition obviously doesn't hit too hard, you still have Darkrai that you can attach to. Because Crobat is a 1 energy attacker, the deck has a surplus of energy, so Darkrai is going to be one of the better energy attachments as it's dealing 20.
I played like 2 games. Starting with Darkrai does kind of suck though, because the true retreat cost fucks me. Maybe it's skill issue though. Maybe it's skill issue. I think I had to wait. I played against Genmu. I had to wait for Genmu to kill this thing to do when I started with it, which is like not a good position.
Your Crobat to deal 100. This Pokemon actually 1 round Charmander going first, right? If you rare candy, you use Donk. But if you're going second, you also just 2 round the Charizard with the poison damage stacking. So it's really cool. Obviously, Lily will change the math, but it's really important. I think that this deck can run Giant Cape over Lily because I think Charizards are going to...
Oh shit, he's not playing Dark Pendant. I just realized that. I was wondering, like, will you have room for Dark Pendant? That's kind of crazy to me.
Want to run red, and this is the way that you'll get around it. You'll see this deck is running red card silver. I think red card silver is the offensive way. I think it's super offensive. Red card to burn a card out of hand, silver to burn a card out of hand, making it really unreasonable for your own opponent to red card you. Sabrina, because it's still a defensive and offensive card. And then we have a 1 of Umbreon, right? You're allowed to run this 1 of Umbreon, and it will allow you to Cyrus in weakened targets, which is really cool. It's going to be a good finisher.
Cyrus? Where's the Cyrus though? I'm kidding. Oh, he's talking about the effect. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. He's talking about the effect.
Some other things that you kind of note is people might be
in the
comments beat you. Not really, right? Because you're dealing the 10 from the poison plus the 20 ping every single turn. That's going to add up. That's 40 damage if a Oricorio stays in that first round, and then you get hit by another 20 ping plus 10. That's 70 damage. So Oricorio is not safe. And of course, there is another version of this deck that even further eviscerates Oricorio. This is the second version of this deck. This is Crobat Nihilego Darkrai. You'll notice I only have 1 copy of Darkrai in all of these decks. It's similar role to, you know, when you're playing Sylveon Grantina, where you don't want to start with it necessarily, but you're able to, if you see it, it's going to just add so much to your deck. Nihilegos give more poison, so that poison actually adds up. If you have 2 Nihilegos, your Venomous Strikes are doing 100 damage in a turn. With Darkrai, that's 120 for 1 energy. It's goofy, it's broken, right? It is so good. This reason why you would want to win this version is that you are allowed to run more trainers, more supporters, and fit in that Dark Pendant more easily. I guess the thing to talk about with the other deck, you notice I didn't put Dark Pendant in it. I chose Red Card Silver. I think there are going to be 2 combos for Dark decks. It's either your Red Card Silver or your Mars Dark Pendant, which I think is also really good. This deck is running Mars Dark Pendant because your entire deck is dark. You're more likely to get a lot of value out of Dark Pendant. Guzma is just super important because of cards like Dark Pendant existing. And a Dark Pendant Crobat is insane. That's a 170 HP Pokemon. Every time you attack it, you need to put at least 2 attacks into it. It's going to burn a card from your hand. So really, really cool. Again, Oricorio does not beat this. I'm sorry if you are finding this out the hard way. You can probably find it out the hard way. This deck's, I guess, current weakness, obviously, if you start Darkrai is the worst start for this deck.
I might ladder with this. I don't know how it fares in the mirror. And starting with Nihilego isn't that crazy either. I'm not too happy about that, but I guess you could just... This thing is really squishy. But yeah, I might try this out on ladder when it shows up.
If you're going first, as it's going to take a lot of turns to retreat that Darkrai, and you're not going to be able to retreat. You're just going to have to Dark Pendant and just ping, 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 which does suck, right? And obviously, the one part that's weak with the Nihilego version is because you're not running Sylveon, it's not as consistent at hitting Crobat. I think the Sylveon version is better, but this is another way. I think that if you want for the Sylveon version, you can actually run Nihilegos over even a Darkrai, right? So there's so many ways to run this deck. This is a tier 1 deck. This is the best deck. I wouldn't have spent so much time if I didn't believe that in my heart of hearts. So what beats it in the current set?
Missing
And I'm going to
Sylveon
say it's
slot?
important to note.
Yeah, that was the first deck. That was the first deck. Crobat Sylveon. Yeah, you just said this as the Nihilego is like an alternative. Yeah. So this is the Phanpy deck. Yeah, I'll just let him play.
Some people are like, Buzzwole stocks are up. Buzzwole stocks are up, but Crobat is not weak to grass. Crobat is weak to fighting, and here comes Fighting Box 2.0. Phanpy is a baby killer. It deals 30 damage, which is
I told you,
30
he kills babies.
Donphan deals 50. If it has 2 extra fighting, it deals 110. Hitmontop is a Pheromosa. It's going to deal 20 to the front, 20 to the back. Lucario is the damage amp, the heart and soul of this deck. If you have a Lucario, your Phanpy is all of a sudden doing 50. That's enough to KO an Oricorio with weakness. Your Hitmontops are dealing 40 plus 20, and more importantly, your Donphan is dealing 70 plus eventually a 130, 2 Lucarios a 150. So this deck is really, really cool, has a lot of options. X speed allows you to, let's say you start Riolo going first and you draw Phanpy, you play Phanphy, you X speed out, you eventually evolve into Donphan. Giovanni is important for a few things. It allows Phanpy turn 1 to get a KO onto a 60 HP, assuming you have like a Lucario in hand. Otherwise, it allows the Donphan to just do that plain if you have Donphan Giovanni. So really, really cool ways to interact in combo. Lucario also just allows you to KO Eevee straight up, period, end of story. Sabrina is always a defensive card. I can see this deck run 2 Cyrus and like an extra Hitmontop. Hitmontop does have a 2 retreat cost, so it's not as great as it can be. X speed, like I said, is just nice for early combos. Iono is a card consistency card of choice. I can totally see you run Hiker. Hiker in this deck would work. However, Hiker is weak to red card, silver, and Mars, as those force you to shuffle your deck. So using Hiker gets immediately countered. You can argue that you have such a low hand count anyway, so you always get Hiker value, but please keep that in mind. Guzma, because Barbs, Dark Pendant's annoying, yada yada. Rocky Helmet is just pretty sick, and this is a deck that I believe is going to be good. I know that it's going to have a good matchup into the Crobat decks. What are my concerns? Because I do have concerns. I think my issue is I don't know how it's going to do into every other deck. It's really going to be, I think, like playing an Eevee deck into this is going to be extremely scary because you can donk them. But again, only time will tell how this deck does into Eevee, into the current meta. Now for what I think is probably going to be the most fun deck playable, it is Steelix Skarmory. So Steelix Skarmory, you'll notice I'm playing a 1-of copy of Onyx. That's just because I don't want to play that 50-50 of what I want to start with. I always want to start Skarmory in this deck, so giving myself a 66-33 is more preferable to me. What are the selling points of this deck? This deck finally uses Genetic Apex Brock. Onyx is a great Oricorio killer. Steelix is a great Oricorio soloer, right? This card can go through a Silvally, a Oricorio, and a Zeraora, and still have room. And why does it have that much survivability utility? It's because of Jasmine. Jasmine for targets a Steelix and a Skarmory. It allows them a minus 50. That's insane, right? Skarmory already is a 70 damage, minus 20. You get minus 70. That's negating cards like Sylveon, right? A Giratina, no pings. If you do Skarmory Jasmine, you are surviving it, right? That does only 60 damage twice. You'll be at 120. Plus,
maybe I try this deck
Steel
out.
Apron, all metal Pokemon take minus 20 and have a built-in PCL effect. Super cool. I added Rocky Helmet just for extra persistence. Guzma, again, in this deck because you really, really do want to see... like you're attacking so many times, you don't want to attack into Rocky Helmet, yada yada. Lyra, because this deck hasn't...
Sorry. I think I wonder how this does, Skarmory X does into Lugia though. Because Lugia dealing 180. Okay, let's say, I don't know how, I mean, I think that deck's kind of gimmicky, but it might not stop people from playing it. Because 70 damage isn't that much damage. And even if you survive a turn, like, so will the Lugia, and I guess it needs 2 charges. So I don't know, I'm curious about the Lugia matchup. Even KOing Ho-Oh seems like a challenge because that 150 HP. I guess you need Rocky Helmet for that. Or red. Red works too. But yeah, that's just something to keep. I wanted to. Yeah, I was curious about that.
Energy cost, and you don't want to get these cards stuck inactive. Sometimes Lyra is a free retreat, especially for Onyx if you ever have an Onyx start. Brock's again charging the Onyx is going to be cool. I love that I can finally use my 2 copies of Brock. Mars because you're running 2 Skarms. Really cool deck. I'm excited. You'll notice like a lot of these decks might have cards that you might disagree with, like the Rocky Helmet in this deck. The other deck also had like a Rocky Helmet. Those are tech slots. Please add whatever you feel like you need to run in your deck to make it go burr. Like you can add an extra Onyx to this. I prefer 1 Onyx because I don't want to draw a second Onyx. You figure out what is best for you. I feel like I'll be shot if I don't at least include a deck with Will. And I'm not including this because I want to include a deck with Will. I think that Will is just okay. I think that Shuckle is really good. And let me sell you on Shuckle. Walk with me. Shuckle is a 120 HP Pokemon with an ability that it takes minus 20 for attacks. And I really like it flips 3 coins. For every coin, it deals 20. So expected value of 30. So basically, you're getting a grass Pokemon for a single energy, 1 retreat. Has an effective HP of 140 and an average turn damage of 30. That is really good. However, grass is really bad. I looked through every single grass finisher, and none of them are good. The closest to being good is Executor and Celebi. And Celebi, I made a video on that card. That's carded from a bygone era, and Executor is kind of a meme. This is the best thing I can figure out, right? Is this deck with Shuckle as your lead start. As you slowly attach to either an Executor or Celebi, you're gonna have to make this decision beforehand because these are committal attachments. 3 energy is a lot, but it helps when Shuckle is such a tank, such a bulky, chunky monkey of a Pokemon. If you are allowed to do it, I can see you running X speed since these are all besides Executor. 1 retreat cost cards. Will is going to allow your Executor to guarantee that 150, guarantee at least a 20 on Shuckle, and guarantee at least a 50 on Celebi. Erica is just healing. It's still a really broken card. 4 grass decks, right? It's going to increase that effective HP of Shuckle. It's important to know that Leaf Cape allows both Eggy and Shuckle to have a Charizard attack, which is also insane, right? And also Shuckle, if you high roll, you'll just dunk a 60 HP Pokemon. I think Shuckle is great. I think grass sucks. I think that this deck can still make you Master Ball, but I think the bar of making Master Ball is pretty damn low. Still, I'm excited to see this deck, right? There's going to be a lot of dark decks because of Dark Pendant, so I can obviously see this. There's also the Donphan decks. Donphan is weak to grass. Executor does 1-tap a Donphan. So lots of thoughts with this deck. I think Shuckle on its own is so good into all the fighting box cards. Him on lead, him on top does literally 0 damage. You know, Donphan is going to do 30 instead of 50, right? It deals 50 because of Lucario, you can Eric it away. So lots to think of with Rocky Helmet, lots of residual damage. Please do not sleep on Shuckle. Unfortunately, you can sleep on grass. Dragonite EX is actually, okay, look, I think every set before this, Dragonite EX, Dragonite in general has always been a YouTube content.
I wanted to build this.
This is probably Dragonite's 1 ticket out of YouTube content. Pichu is a 0 energy, 1 turn, Crackly Toss electric generator. Really cool. This deck can even run just water energy because of the power of elemental switch. Zeraora is going to also generate that electric energy. Really cool. Lyra is made for a card like Dragonite. As you're able to Lyra your Dragonite out, Dragonite it back in. Dragonair is also capable of one-shotting Oricorio, as is Dragonite. You can just move Dragonite if you're not feeling it. And say Dragonair is going to be your one way around it. But with Elemental Switch, with the 2 Lightning Generators, you can run Water. I can see you still running Lightning Water if you're too afraid to run just Water. Really cool deck. I think this is its 1 chance to escape. One thing that Dragonite is really good at doing is beating other big cards. It's good at beating Charizards, right? It's good at beating Dark Tinas, right? If you get to Giga Impact, bring back Giga Impact. But only time will tell. I do think that this is its 1 chance to escape YouTube content. This is the best that Dragonite has ever been. Of course, it's always going to be the best Dragonite has always ever been because it's been getting support for ages. But this, I'm being so for real. You have such a good 1/1/2 prize map. This is where Pichu shines. This is where Zeraora can shine as well. I have so much faith in this deck. I really do hope. I do believe in my heart of hearts this is a deck that will get you.
Yeah, I have trouble deciding.
I do believe.
But I don't have the
past
Pichu.
that, this is a deck that can do.
If I eventually get the Pichu,
obviously, its
maybe.
biggest weaknesses are still going to be like your Sylph your Sneaky Crobats, right? Because Crobat can hit up to 190 with Giant Cape. But only time will tell. I think Lyra is made for this deck. I think Mars is still just good. You're gonna need Mars to get around Sabrina, yada. Please, if you are Dragonite Strongest Soldier, check this build out. The next 2 decks we have, Water is still kind of weak, genuinely. Water is really unfortunate, but Gyarados is a saving grace. Gyarados with red can KO Charizard. Think about that. A fully powered Gyarados with red is going to do that. You are going to play, every Gyarados deck requires 6 basics. That's kind of the same rule as Arceus needing to get to 3 basics by the time it's ready to attack. So this is going to be super important. This deck is going to play 2 fishing nets plus Fisher. 1 Fisher is needed. You can do 2 Fishers and a fishing net. I think 2 fishing net because it allows you to grab and then you can still use like a red, still use an Irida. Fisher is going to be your mass grab. Swana is really cool. Swana is a 0 retreat cost. When it deals 60, it allows you to put all the energies attached to a different card, going to be that Magikarp in the back. One other like caveat of how cool what Swana does, what Pyukumuku does. Pyukumuku obviously when it dies minus 50 is that it allows you to discard less cards to reach Gyarados numbers.
Oh shit, the Swana has no retreat.
Think about to keep that in mind. And then Irida is
really
just
good.
a full water heal if you're playing this type of deck. Why are you not going to play Irida? So this is really cool. I think that this deck is fun. I really have faith in this Gyarados. I think it's like what it does is unique to itself, and so I decided to build another route with Gyarados, which is Gyarados, Manaphy, Groudon. So Manaphy, the reason why kind of Manaphy has fallen off is just like its HP, and also like Gyarados is just too much of a commitment to build up to. Enter Corphish. When it evolves into Groudon, it discards an energy from the active, so you have control now. You have some energy control, plus you can just stop at Gyarados. So once a 1 Manaphy charges, you can immediately bring in a Gyarados. It can go for its attacks, yada yada. If you Groudon to stall, you can do that. We can just take the Corphishes off of the Gyarados, eventually Groudon when you need to. As you charge up another Magikarp, this deck runs a 1-of copy of Gyarados, because if you do get 2 to 3 energy on it, it can be lethal. I chose to drop a fishing net because fitting cards in is hard. I can also see you run a different water type in the Groudon slot entirely, maybe a basic like Palkia Origin form, right? And then that means you're allowed to run other cards, like a 1 Palkia Origin, and then like something else. But I think this is really cool. I have a lot of faith in this Gyarados. I think that water still is in hell. I think water is worse than grass, and I don't have a lot of faith in grass. But I have a lot of faith in Gyarados, similar to how I have a lot of faith in S쩌Ky. So that is my thoughts with this. If you guys have your own Gyarados builds, please let me know. I'm very excited to play with this deck. And finally, I'm just going to show you guys what the best deck was last set, Sylveon Greninja, and how I would update it. This is for the sweaty people, the haven't showered in days people, you know?
What the
is that you just
fuck?
want to have update your deck that you already have and just destroy ladder. This is probably what I will be using the first day of ladder as well if I don't get all the cards. Otherwise, I'll be using Crobat. It's just your Sylveon Greninja, but what has changed? In that 20th slot, I'm now using Silver because Red Card Silver is a deadly combo, right? A lot of people were running Red Card Mars. Silver is an extremely slottable card in this deck. And 2, find the friend Eevees. Eevee finds a friend, allows you to find that Sylveon, find that Greninja, get into this deck. It's so, find the friend is so goofy. It's like you're tutoring such a smaller field of cards, and you're only really going to collect / find the friend early in the game anyway. So you're gonna find that Sylveon, you're gonna attach that Sylveon, you're gonna make your opponent cry, and it's gonna be really, really cool. So this is 10 decks that you can use.
I don't remember. Were you playing
guys cooking
Eevees?
that I might have not mentioned.
That was crazy.
Right? So let me know in the comment section below. And I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for ranked. I can't wait for just playing more Pokemon Pocket, making more content for you guys. And without further ado, this has been 10 decks that you can use in Wisdom of Sea and Sky, the 4th main set. Bye bye.
Oh, yeah, the other Eevee. Okay. All right. Do we got anything else? All right. So. All right. I'll check out Lucas Sacco versus Trip Gaming by the DB Grinder. We love I forgot. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. It's just gonna be DB content. But I can't put 40 minutes. Malice Master 3, let's go. Damn, we got hit by the gun. This is 40 minutes. Battle of the Titans. I'll watch like the first game. I'll watch the first game. Then yeah, I'll switch to Malice. Lukashenko is crazy. I forgot. DB Rider doesn't talk very fast. I feel like 2 times speed is appropriate. Okay. Okay, then we can hop off.
Hello guys, DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video on this.
Oh shit. Never mind, I lied. Let's go back to 1.5. Good luck, Queen. Bruh. Okay, I don't know what to. Not dueling books? Yeah. Do you guys know Lukashenko? I know. DB Grinder is very, very,
Time we have Lucas Sacco versus Triv Gaming, and this is going to be a $100 ahead Iron Man. It's going to be a 2v2 Iron Man post Justice Hunters. So the winning team wins $200, the losing team loses $200. Also, make sure to check out Lucas Sacco and Triv Gaming's YouTube channel.
Why is Sky Striker with Yummy? Long story short, you make the Link 2 with just the Engage. Or is it the Link 2? No, you make the, basically you can sync, you make the Link 1, then synchro summon with the token. Sorry. It's Kagari, then summon token, then you synchro summon into the Yummy Synchro 2, which searches your Yummy engine.
Down below at the very top of the description, and then hopping in, we have Fua, Purge, Lollipopo, Engage, Fua.
Yeah, it's a one-card combo.
Baldrake, Terraforming, Chessy Cat, and Dormouse. So we will go main phase, activate Engage. They only have one non-engine in their hand, and it's Baldrake, which is honestly still pretty good against this deck, though.
You get the token
Engage
card.
Hornet Drones, summon out token. It's also, like, you know, it is engine at the same time. Go into Kagari effect, add back the Hornet Drones, activate Hornet Drones, summon out the token, and then use those to go into Cupsy. Cupsy effect to search, and then discard, grab out the Cupsy plus the Cookie, and then discard a Fua, and then special summon out Cupsy effect to go search. Yeah, that's fair, because if they had Imperm, they would have already Imperm the other Cupsy. Go ahead, grab out Quick Play Spell. I was going to say, because you could have made, like, Link 1 to try to dodge, like, Imperm on this, but it doesn't matter. And then special summon out Lollipop, and then use those to make the Metal Marchers, but try to summon back out the Synchro from grave. And then, in response, Chain Baldrake, cutting them off of a body, and I guess trying to banish this for a while. Because, like, they could Field Spell, put it back, but it's pretty hard to get to, like, Field Spell this turn or anything. So this won't be there for, like, Triv's next turn. Go ahead, bring out Herald of the Arclight, and then bring out the Cookie, and then go ahead, go for the Snatchy, and then Snatchy effect, place the Field Spell, and then Field Spell effect, special summon back out Lollipop from the graveyard. And then they're thinking here, but they're just trying to bluff them. But yep, that's fine. Bring out Lollipop, and then use those to make Lollipop Synchro, effect a special summon back out the Snatchy from the graveyard and Cookie from grave. And then make another Snatchy with the Cookie, and then go ahead and make SP with double Snatchy, effect banish Baldrake. Okay, I was about to say, it's interesting that we summon back out Lollipop and not Cookie, because Cookie could have lowered this by 1,000, but if we're just going to make SP, then fair enough. Then they said lagging real quick. So...
Triv Gaming has left the duel lagging bad. Lucas Sacco has left the duel. Triv Gaming is back. DB dying epic. DB dying epic.
I'll go ahead, set the Yummy Surprise, and then pass. They draw on the Fua. Doesn't set Purge, which could conflict with SP. So go main phase, and then activate Fua. Sure, that's fine. And then normal summon out Chessy Cat, and then try going battle phase to beat over Herald of the Arclight. And then activate Surprise to summon back out Cookie. Cookie effect to lower the attack of Chessy by 1,000. And then main phase 2. They said a little faster, thinking whole line. Did you forget how to link or something? It's been 3 minutes since we entered main phase 2. Yeah, entered battle phase. It has been taking a while. Chessy Cat effect, and then Chain Herald of Arclight to go ahead and negate and destroy that. Activate Terraforming, and then it's like we want to purge this, but then we can't SP. Which is why, like, if this card was set here, like, obviously it'd be, like, a lot better. I don't know, it's just weird, like, having the Purge in hand with SP on board. Like, if we didn't have SP in rotation, then sure, I'm fine leaving this in hand. They're gonna Terraforming, grab out Field Spell, and then activate Field Spell, Chain Lollipop, go ahead, summon back out the Lollipop and the Snatchy, and then they're gonna go ahead, banish the March Hare, then new Chain Link, March Hare 1, Snatchy 2, Lollipop 3, try to shuffle back the Chessy Cat in their grave, and then they're gonna go Chain Malice in the mirror, target Snatchy, and then they can just Chain Snatchy effect to Synchro. So that will go ahead and bring out the Cookie, and then replace that Field Spell with the next Field Spell to get to draw on the Magma Mud off the Fua there, banish the Dormouse for the Malice in the mirror, yeah, put back the Chessy, return the March Hare to hand, and then new Chain Link. They're thinking, do they have anything? They're gonna go Cookie effect to tag out in response to Dormouse effect. Then they're gonna go Chain Magma Mutt onto the Cupsies to try to prevent them from drawing or searching. So banish Cupsies, summon out the Snatchy plus the Cookie that they already used, and then summon out Magma Mutt, summon out Dormouse, and then new Chain Link. Do they activate Magma Mutt? They said, do you have triggers? No. Okay, then they're gonna go Snatchy effect to Synchro. Bring out the Cookie. They draw Gold Star.
Oh,
okay.
Yummy has
I'm not
so
gonna
many
lie.
lines.
Fluid draws here are crazy. Magma Mutt and then Gold Star.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go Cookie effect to Book of Moon, and then use the effect to pop. Which we didn't have to use the effect to pop. Wait, no, because we already went through Cookie earlier this turn, right? We just summoned it, but
Doing
then,
good.
like,
Pretty good.
so we can't tag it out. Am I not mistaken? Did we go through this turn? This is the synchro that we went through, right? That tagged out. I guess I could just, like, look right here. Yeah. Well, that's not the right one. Snatchy, that Lollipop. Or have they even made a synchro this turn? Hold on. Because I'm trying to. Hold on. I forgot that they've made it so this doesn't work anymore. Oh, that sucks. I really hate that they, like, made it to where you can't look up stuff in the logs for replays, because it's like, gosh, it's so much harder. Like, they definitely used it, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, they used it right here. Okay. I just had to make sure I wasn't tripping. Like, I was like, I'm pretty sure they used this effect to put back, and since they did that, it makes sense to pop then, because otherwise we're not going to get the pop later on, because this won't be able to tag out, because we're going to use it this turn. So then sure, it makes sense to pop Magma Mutt. I'm fine with that. And then they're going to go activate Gold Sark, banish White Rabbit, pay 300, special summon out. And then they could use the effect, but they're going to chain March Hare. Okay, so go ahead, banish, special summon out, and then no effect there. And then now they're gonna go make Lingeribo, and then use those to make SP, and then SP effect to go ahead banish Minion, which is really tough, to be honest. Like, losing Minion, because that card is the only card that makes it to where your cards have attack points on them, and we're not playing any sub-engine in our deck, so it's like, losing Minion is kind of a big deal. It's also why, like, DD Crow on Minion, or SP on Minion, like, these are all just, like, insane, or MTP banish Minion. We're gonna get Field Spell effect to summon from deck, they get to draw a Fua, but we're gonna get Cupsies in the Cookie. Yup, Fua drew in the Ash Blossom. Okay. Then they're gonna go end phase, bring back SP Lollipop, and then pass. They draw Lollipop.
I did not expect that.
Okay, we're gonna go special summon out Cookie. Cookie effect target SP to make it lower by 1,000 attacks. Switch other stuff to attack, and then battle phase, attack over the SP. Lollipop, attack over the Dormouse. SP direct. Cookie
Maybe
direct.
I'm misinterpreting.
Some damage there. Then main phase 2. I mean, the opponent is down really bad. Like, even though we lost our field spell to getting attack, like, they just don't have any cards on board, like any plays or anything. So now we're gonna go ahead, make Moon, and then Moon into Requiem. So do we play the Fiendsmith, or do we just play it for the making 2 bodies into a Link 1 to be able to, like, synchro with? And yeah, we're just playing it to synchro with. Okay, bring out Lollipop, Lollipop effect, special summon 2 back from the graveyard. Sure, and then go ahead and make the Starham, and then the Starham effect, discard summon back out the Cupsies, and then Cupsies effect, draw on the Ash, and then make Herald. Okay, you could argue, though, that this was bad, and that we could have done it a little different here, because now it's like, if the opponent just establishes a big body, we can't out it. But something that we could have done was leave the Starham in the extra deck, and then if they do make a big body, we can at least, like, Starham, try to summon back out, like, Cookie to pop or something, or lower attack, something. So pass, they draw I Meet You, and then just go main phase, set Ash, pass, they draw Lollipop, because, like, it's crazy, but, like, set Ash here is actually, like, pretty good. Go ahead, attack, we can't out it, they draw back up, pass, draw Obedience Schooled, pass, they draw White Rabbit, pass, they draw Engage, pass, they draw Ash Blossom, set Ash Blossom, pass, they draw Imperm, set it, pass, they draw Druis Worm, and then now they're deciding to, like, tribute, or, yeah, they're just gonna tribute for Druis Worm. I was gonna say, like, you could activate the effect, but, like, that's not gonna work for a lot of reasons, so it's either tribute or pass. So beat over Cookie, pass, they draw Thrust, pass, draw GWC, and then, okay, so they do play GWC, and they play I Meet You, beat over the Herald of Arclight, and then main phase 2 set GWC, normal White Rabbit effect,
I've seen that,
MTP from the deck, and then activate GWC, banish White Rabbit, bring out Dormouse, White Rabbit, pay 300, special summon out. We have Dormouse,
yeah, I saw that in
banish, and then they're gonna imperm that.
SokraKurործvideos.
That's fine. Also puts the Trap Engrave for Purge. Flip the Ash Blossom, make Cryptor, and then Cryptor effect, put back Malice in the Mirror to go banish the other field spell 2 now. Pass, draw Widow Anchor.
That's crazy.
Okay, so we gotta switch Lollipop to attack. Battle phase, attack Cryptor. This lets us Widow Anchor, but does that even do anything? Try to take the Cryptor, and then they're gonna go activate the MTP. Yeah, try to take. Wow, we almost didn't have enough spells. We only had 3, and then we're gonna purge the MTP. So go ahead, take the Cryptor with the Widow Anchor, and then crash. And then now they have Druis Worm that can send if we would like. It's not like Obedience Schooled would matter. Engage won't matter. We already played into Thrust, right? Wait, no, we didn't play in the Thrust, so I guess we could have played around that by not sending, because, like, we know the body doesn't do anything at this point, hasn't done anything the last 10 turns. Thrust, go ahead, set Imperm, and then summon out Lollipop effect, shuffle back the Cryptor, pass, they draw Wizard, and then now they have backup effect, and then if it gets stopped, doesn't even matter, then they have Wizard, they're gonna go activate I Meet You. Yeah, that's fair to probably start with that, and then normal backup, make the Lingeribo, and then activate Wizard effect, special summon, and then on to the next game. Now we will go ahead and see Sgsmåky decide to go first. We have Thrust, Eclipse, Cupsies, Piri map, and then Imperm. They have Gold Sark, Impulse, Fua, Magma, Malice, and Underground. Oh wow, pretty strong. Fua's not like the best card ever against the Yummy deck, but it's good enough. And then if you have Fua plus like a Bestial, a Impulse, a Bell, or a Breaker, it's like really good. And then map, grab out Cupsy. And then, lose 4K, normal out, Cupsy,
yeah,
Cupsy, if I go search, it's going to grab out Yummy Surprise. And then on res, drop Fua, link off in the Snatchy, they draw in the March Hair, Snatchy effect to go ahead, place Minion effect to special back out from Grave, and then chain Bestial Magmamut, and then Magmamut effect to search during the end phase, activate Thrust, grab out Talons, and then activate Talons to look at hand, and then let's see, we go ahead, rip Gold Sark out of hand. Alright, special out Cupsy, rip Gold Sark. Yeah, I guess it's kind of tough there, right? Because if you leave him with just this, I guess Book of Eclipse can end up being really good, or Cookie, but they have Impulse. Impulse is pretty good against this though. Yeah, they're gonna get the grab out Druis Worm also. It's like, wow. Okay, they draw Ash, go main phase, and then battle phase, try to attack Snatchy, and then Snatchy effect, pay 100, go ahead, synchro off, and then bring out the Cookie effect, the Book of Moon, the Bestial Magmamut, and then they're thinking, I'm not sure what they're thinking about, maybe activating Druis Worm to make them like tag out. But they would just tag out if we, yeah, I was gonna say, if they just use Druis Worm, we just chain tag out, summon both back, so it doesn't really make sense. Field spell, go ahead, banish the Chessy Cat, pay 300 to special summon out Chessy Cat, and then they're thinking on the summon a Chessy Cat if they want that to go through or not, but they said that is fine. I guess could have used Cookie, but then we just get hit with Impulse. Yeah, just get hit with Impulse at some point. They imperm the Chessy Cat, because they beat the Druisworm with just this right now, but that doesn't matter. Go ahead, make Lingerybo. They said sure, normal summon out Ash Blossom. They're thinking here, I mean, they could be making, like, SP to banish minion again. They could make Amarage to make Splash Mage, which they're making Amarage here, and then Link Off, go on the Splash Mage, and then once they use Splash Mage effect, then they can't Druisworm anymore, but thinking on Splash Mage summon, but they said you're good, and then Splash Mage summon back out, in response, chain Cookie, they chain Dominus Impulse onto that, and then from here, they have Link 3, so what, Binder set, they said play. I'm not gonna lie, I did press the next button a lot there, it felt like, okay, well now it's still stuck on trying to bring up Cookie. Wait, it actually worked for a second? Okay, well now it's just stuck on Cookie. Alright. The dual logs are just not working at all. Go ahead, go for Red Ransom, grab out Mouse in the Mirror, and then activate March Hair effect, try to special summon by banishing Chessy Cat, and then activate Book of Eclipse, go ahead, set Mouse in the Mirror, and then end phase, activate Surprise, summon Cupsy effect, go ahead, search follow-up, and then resolve Book of Eclipse, flip, draw 2, and then this draws into a backup and March Hair. Okay, then just pass turn. They draw Lollipop, go ahead, make Snatchy, and then they said effect question mark, chill, no, and then thinking on summon, activate Mouse in the Mirror, so that way, you know, can't synchro or anything, and then bring out Red Ransom, well, banish Red Ransom, summon itself back, go for White Rabbit, Red Ransom, go ahead, summon out, search out Mouse in the Underground, set MTP, that's good, and then here, thinking if they want to use MTP, but no, we don't have to yet, because we could just MTP, banish the minion, summon Lollipo, put back Mouse in the Mirror, sure, activate MTP, grab out the Chessy Cat, and then banish minion, and then pay 300 for March Hair, add itself back to hand, and then make Cupsy synchro, sure. Also, another thing to note is that Red Ransom in this matchup, you actually don't want it pointing the monsters, because their monsters' defense just have more than their monsters' attack. But now they're going to go ahead, search out the Cupsies and the Cookie, and then discard Cookie, and then special summon out Cupsies from hand, activate Cupsies effect, grab out Lollipo. Okay, so only plays one surprise for sure. I was like, they probably only play one surprise after they search Lollipo or Cookie last turn during the end phase, but not 100% sure. But now I know for sure. Go ahead and summon out Lollipo, go into Snatchy, bring out the other field spell, the Pop Field Spell, and then go into Lollipo Synchro 1, Pop Field Spell 2, Pop Magnemite, summon back out Lollipop from Grave and Snatchy from Grave. And then special out Cookie from hand, Cookie effect onto Red Ransom, and then leave main phase, go battle, attack. They said I will attack over the Red Ransom now, and then attack over the White Rabbit. Go ahead, attack. They also have Druisworm, technically that could block damage here, but they don't need to, they could take it. Yeah, so it should be fine. Like, they're at 28, that's a lot of life, it's a good amount of life. Go for Metal Marcher effect, special summon back out from Grave. I think if we were at, like, yeah, like if it were to drop us lower, then obviously we would just stop that. Metal Marcher, summon back out Lollipop, and then thinking here, they said that's fine, go on the Herald of Arclight, and then go in the SP effect to banish Red Ransom, because it was already banished this turn, sure, past turn, but it's like, it just doesn't matter, Thinking in main phase, they said, nope, I won't do anything, pass, they draw Fua, normal Chessy Cat, battle phase, beat over Cupsies, and honestly, that's basically the game right there, because they just have no engine, they just have Herald of Arclight plus SP versus 6 cards, and then their engine also just never gets, like, never does anything again, it doesn't have enough attack points. Activate Druisworm, the chain Herald of Arclight, that's fine, and then main phase 2, Chessy Cat effect to go draw into Shifter, Gold Sark, March Hair effect, add itself back to hand, and then activate March Hair, banish White Rabbit, special summon out, and then White Rabbit, pay 300, special White Rabbit effect, go ahead, set, chain SP to banish itself plus White Rabbit, go ahead, set GWC from the deck. Okay, I guess that's also another reason we were fine with taking damage, because we just played GWC, and then summon out backup. They said who's next, by the way, and then backup, Wicked, go ahead, search out backup. Like, usually people side out GWC if they're going second. Go ahead, search out Wizard, sure. Yeah, they said who's next. It's like, yeah, the game's obviously over at this point. We're kind of just like waiting for Sgsmåky to actually admit defeat. Yeah, all the synchros are getting banished now by White Binder. Nah, probably would have just banished the links, to be honest, but it doesn't matter at this point.
Alright, you got cooked. Okay, I think that was interesting. I think I could follow a little bit of it, not really though. I mean, I'm familiar with the yummy effects, but it went by too fast. But yeah, I did hear that, like, if you get rid of Banish, specifically, the minion field spell, they get cooked. Or it's just hard for them to push back. Alright, I think that should be... We can revisit this some other time. Yummy. I think I'll just play a bit. Is Master Duel really not? Oh my god, did I really not hit play? Or okay. All right, cool. One thing I have to do is one daily, which is Ritual Summon Synchro and Xyz, but I realize Malice can't do that, so that's gonna be empty. That's gonna be empty by the time. How long do we have? Basically less than 12 hours to get to Master 1, which is probably more than enough. If I wanted to do my like daily activities, I'd probably just give this around like 4 hours or something like that. So even with that, there's some time. Malice deck. I haven't updated it. I might just, you know what? I might. Not many know this technique, but
nothing but the truth now.
Let me edit it a bit.
Nothing but the proof of what I am.
Da, da,
Worse
da,
than what
da.
I came from.
Let me check out a
Patterns I'm
reference.
ashamed of. Things that even I don't understand. I try to fix it. I try to fight it. My head was
Orm.
my heart divided. My lies all collided.
Orm.
I don't know why I didn't trust you to be on my side. I broke into a million pieces. I can't go back, but now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. The scars are part of me, darkness and harmony. My voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like. Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead. Show me
Hold on.
what's underneath. I'll find your harmony.
If not, if I can't find it, I'll just move on. I'll move on. Wait, did my?
We listen to the demons. We let them get between us. But none of us are out here on our own. So we were cowards. So we were liars. So we're not heroes. We're still survivors. The dreamers, the fighters. No lying. I'm tired, but dive in the fire.
Okay, looks like it's showing up.
Here by your side.
Okay, yeah, I'll just check.
We broke into a million pieces and we can't go back. But now we're seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. The stars are part of me, darkness and harmony. My voice without the lies.
This is what it sounds like.
Why do we cover up the colors stuck inside our head? Get up and let the jagged edges meet the light instead. Show me what's underneath. I'll find
All right, I think I'll just move on. Oops, I'm not going.
what it sounds like.
So, just for sort of context, I was originally Master 3. I think I D-ranked all the way to Master 5. But then we got a win streak. I think like a couple of games I trolled though. But yeah, there were definitely some games where you just like go second to Blue Eyes. They set up their half board and they Lancia you or something like that. Mostly just going second in general. Oh, well I guess I don't know what happened to bro. What do you even do with this hand? I guess it's Chessie. He just made the decision for me, huh? If he has Ash Blossom, there's not much we can do. Is it Chessie banished Dormouse? Or was it Dormouse banish Hair?
First kiss had your eyes wide open. Why were they open? Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash. You did. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. 'Cause
We lag.
stand inside, catch a grenade for ya.
We lag.
Blade for ya. I jump in front of a train for ya. You know I train for ya. You know I do anything for ya. Oh, I for ya. Oh, I would go through all this pain. Take a bullet straight through my brain. Yes, I would die for you, but you won't do the same.
Oh, I think we're screwed.
No, 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 no.
Never mind. It's freaking Dark Magician. We might be fine.
Beat me till I'm numb. Tell the devil I said, hey, when you get back to where you're from. Mad woman, bad woman, that's just what you are. Yeah, you'll smile in my face, then rip the brakes out my car. Gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash, yes you did. To give me all your love is all I ever ask. 'Cause what you don't understand is I'd catch a grenade for ya. Throw my hand on a blade for ya. I jump in front of a train.
The heck did he add?
You know I'd do anything. Oh, I would go through all this pain.
Buh.
Take a bullet straight through my brain. Yes, I would die,
Fiendsmith, I guess.
but you won't do
He added Dark Magician? That's freaking wild.
my body was on fire. Ooh, you lies. You said you loved me, you're a liar. 'Cause you never, ever, ever.
Tem, yeah, yeah, I just realized his name was very auspicious.
But darling, I still catch a grenade.
Okay, another tract. So he has 2 cards. He literally added Dark Magician. And he just added Requiem, sure. I think it was revived Beatsmith Engraver here, right? Because now I don't know how you beat Okay, I think we just I fucked up. This should have been underneath. Actually, there's no pointing. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Impulse? No. Oh shoot. Okay. It looks like it's still kind of laggy, but I'll end stream it. I just want to see this game through because it looks like this guy is trying to figure out how to get game, but not. This looks winnable to me, but we're losing to ultimately. That's a lot of damage, actually. We're getting cooked by DM. Oh yeah, you can.